year is 2006. The Wii had just come out and people were flocking to the stores to buy it. The motion controls of the Wii were so innovative at the time, its natural feeling controls made it easy for any average Joe just to pick up and play. Nintendo was hoping that this would get people off the couch, and it successfully did just that. Because of this, anyone could join in on the fun. It made video games so easy to learn, even Grandpa got out of his wheelchair to play. Wow, look at him go. I haven't seen him this active in years. Wait, Grandpa, not so fast! However, as intuitive as this mechanic was, you technically didn't have to get up to play the games. No Wii game at the time actually really forced you to get up, with maybe the exception of Wii Sport, but even then you could still play that game sitting down if you really wanted to. Now, for a lazy bum like me, while others took advantage of the motion controls, nothing's really forcing me to get up and move. And since I'm not being forced, I'm not gonna get up. Well, I guess I'm just doomed to stay unfit forever. Wait, what's that on the horizon? Introducing the Wii Balance Board, a board that requires you to stand up to play the game. Now, there were a good selection of games that supported it, like Wii Music. Riveting. We're going to be looking at the first game to support it, Wii Fit. Wii Fit is a game that helps the player to, as the title suggests, get fit. Finally, a video game that forces me to stand up even if I don't want to. Okay, if I'm going to play this, I'm going to have to get a balance board first. Now, they're not sold in stores anymore, but if there's anything guaranteed in life, it's death and finding a balance board at your local thrift store. Now, seriously, every time I go to one, I can find at least 2 of these things. After promptly buying one and cleaning it, because God knows whose foot fungus has been on this thing, we can now do the workout routines disguised as video games that will trick me into exercising. When you first start off the game, you're met with the Wii Balance Board. It does a body test on you and it becomes apparent where you stand. And this is where the depression starts. Oh, come on, man. Look, I know I said be honest, but like, when you put it like that really hurts, man. Well, these things take time, so I guess we're just going to have to make progress slowly. Wii Fit is split into different modes, allowing for different methods of exercise to choose from. Yoga, strength training, aerobics, and balance games. You start off with only a certain amount of exercises and mini-games to choose from. You unlock more mini-games the more you exercise, giving players an incentive to keep coming back. Alright, to start off, we have yoga training. Now, most of these are pretty easy to do, but some of them make it clear that I'm about as balanced as a newborn deer.
Stretches your spine and strength.
Next up, we have strength training, and boy, some of these are pretty hard. These ones actually left me sore in the morning, and I think I may have incorrectly done one of the workouts. Oh, my back! Now, the game does a pretty good job instructing the player how to do the workout properly. Before you start a workout, the Wii Fit trainer goes through the proper instructions on how to perform the exercise. The board detects your center of balance and gives you a visual on where it is, allowing you to correct it if it's not centered.
Feel those abs working.
It's especially helpful during workouts such as the lunges. The sensor bar indicates where the player should stop moving, which translates to me knowing how far I should lean forward. If at any point you lose your balance, the balance board notices this and the trainer gives you advice on how to do the exercise better.
Keep it at about 90 degrees.
Now, I've got to say, this is pretty useful advice to have, but these are kind of boring. I'm playing a video game. I don't want to be reminded of the gym environment. I've got bad memories of that place. Alright, let's get to the good stuff. Aerobics and balance games. Now, these are more to my liking, something that resembles a video game. Now, with the aerobics tab, you get to choose from a variety of mini-games, like hula hoop and basic step. Games that keep your body moving as you play. The instructions at the beginning kind of remind me when you're about to start a minigame in Mario Party. The hula hoop game was pretty fun, but I could not for the life of me grab any of the hoops. I managed to grab one at the beginning, but I wasn't even trying to do that at the time. Basic step is pretty straightforward, but while it seems dumb at first, you kind of get into the groove of things after you forget about how stupid you look. There's also basic run, but you don't really need the balance board for that one. You put the Wiimote in your pocket and then you run in place. Of course, I'm a genius and I know the secret to success in this one. On to the balance games, and there's some pretty good choices here. The ski jumps are fun to play. Now, this is one of the few games on here where I kept coming back to see if I could do better. I don't know what it is, I just keep trying to get a better score. And, well, that's it. You just keep coming back to it every day and you do the workout routines, occasionally unlocking new activities to do. Now, I would be lying if I didn't say that this got old pretty quick. But then again, this game was not designed to be played in one sitting. They're standing. So, if I'm going to improve myself, I better keep myself dedicated and devoted. Let's do this! This is a workout montage, and I am gonna get so strong. And look at him go, he's got oh, the pizza was pretty good, I think. And you look at him go, he's doing push-ups to and fro. And I swear I'm not singing over this so I don't get a copyright strike. And now I'm going to get so strong. Don't look at this part. Well, you can't win them all. Truth of the matter is, I had no motivation to come back to this game. At first, I was legitimately impressed of what the balance board had to offer, but the minigames just kinda got repetitive and boring, which is probably why there were hundreds of these boards at the thrift store. People at the time of its release may have used it a ton, but as the years went by, it probably just got stale. So I'm most likely not gonna keep up with this workout routine. This is a game that I don't think I'm gonna be revisiting. Man, I really don't want the balance board to collect dust though. Yeah, I'm sure I'll find some game to play with it.